Happy Halloween, guys. This is your last Halloween special. I've got hair in there. So pick a card between 1, 2 and 3. What kind of vampire are you? See you in a minute. Okay, number 1, what kind of vampire are you? We've got nightmare, psychic protection, shield and bad dreams. So I feel with this card that you are someone who is a protector. You like to make sure that people around you are protected and that, you know, justice, you're one for justice, looking for the justice in people, okay? You can be a bit of a nightmare sometimes because you will go in full force, especially when there's something that you believe in, okay? But generally what I'm seeing is someone who speaks their truth and is very upfront with this, okay? So how do you show yourself to others? Let's have a look. How do you show yourself to others? How do you show yourself to others? Well, I haven't used these cards, okay? The Star. You come in as light. You are, like I said, I got that protector, but you've got that nature quality about you that is like, you've got the initiative when you know something is wrong with somebody. So especially with them, you know, you're very protective of your family and over people that surround you, and you get like inklings. You may also get like in dreams as well. You may link in dreams with people that's around you, and then you sort of kind of give that, like, you phone them up at the right time and they're like, how do you know? It's like they're very you kind of tune into people and you kind of give a gift of light. So how you show yourself to other people is that you come in at specific times, the right time, and people are like, oh my god, or like, I was only thinking about you yesterday, or you know, but you've dreamt it the night before. So you kind of show yourself. I see that as you there, as you look, you know, right? So I feel like you're a great help to people, especially people that's is feeling lost and stuff, okay? So you got that loving nature about you, but you're willing to go the distance as well. You're not one to sort of hide away from conflict if necessary. Yeah. What is your shadow side? What is your shadow side? Which I'm going to put opposite. What is your shadow side? Okay. Knight of Skeptics. So, how do I feel about that card? You can be a strong character. So your shadow side is, although you've got a great nature and stuff, you can show dominance, okay? It's good because you embrace, you're embracing, you know, and you're not afraid of anything, but it can come across sometimes intimidating to others. So I think what the shadow side is sort of like saying to you, just be mindful how strong you approach, because it can be intimidating to people, although people do resonate with you or goes to you because they know they're going to get the truth. But when they don't want to hear the truth, they tend to avoid you like the plague, and that can create a bit of like problems in your corner. So it's, for me, it's like with that shadow self, is just be mindful what you're creating, you know, what you are creating there, especially with your voice and that. It's probably allowing other people to speak as well. Okay, so I think when you've got some initiative, don't get me wrong, you're not far off wrong for the truth and stuff, but it's like giving other people time to sort of catch up with you. Yeah, 'cause you're pretty head on, you know, in things, but it can cause issues around your relationships as well. Yes, it could cause problems, yeah. But you're very confident, you know, and some people find that intimidating, you know. So that's your shadow side. Your light side of yourself. Your light side. The Emperor. See, there's it's just so interesting because the Emperor card does come across like someone of authority, someone who is very strong, someone who sticks to their standards, their values. They've got strong values there. Okay, they do come across, and you do, you know, you do show that quite horrifically, you know. But so for you, like your light side of things is that you can really get into the nitty gritty. You can get, and you can uncover a lot. You ask the right questions too, you know. So, but it is about you listening more, you know, listening to things more, because sometimes that can create a wedge sometimes, yeah. So what are you hiding? You know, this is something you may not acknowledge in yourself. Okay, so what is hidden? Four of Skulls. So we've got the Four of Skulls there. As I look in this card, what is hidden? I feel, right, that you help a hell of a lot of people. You put the needs of others first before yourself, and you deprive yourself of things that you want. Okay, so I feel like with the Four of Skulls, I'm taking that as the Four of Swords, right? Might be wrong, but I'm taking it as the Four of Swords. I feel you kind of stop your life because you're trying to solve everybody else's. Yeah, so what's hidden is that there's a bit of a fear factor going on here. And they want you to sort of face that aspect of yourself. Although you come in as a great little vampire, you know, and you're, you know, what you hold, what is important to you is great, but there's an element of like you're not living your life to the fullest either. Okay, so it's putting that initial energy into you and what you want in your life rather than being a savior in others. Is about being a savior in yourself. Okay, your values. Let's have a look at your values. What are we doing for time? That's okay. Queen of Knives. See, you don't take no shit. You don't take no shit. Honestly, you do not take no shit. Right? I ain't even gonna do your power because you are a force to be reckoned with. But there is a but here. Take this message as an indication is you don't have to keep saving people or be a light for others. Okay, is about you creating something for yourself. I'm going to leave that with you, number ones. I think I've said enough. But yeah, I would like you in my corner. That's done for sure. Okay, number twos. This is your what kind of vampire are you? So the first card we've got is stalked, invaded, and watch, prey. So I feel like that you're a watcher. You're someone, I would say you're very reserved. I would say that I'm not saying that you don't like the company of others, but you prefer your own company to others. People are very drawn to you. I would say that you've got strong qualities of an empath. Okay, you got that empathic side, which can bring in some toxic relationships. Yeah, which they become a bit more obsessive over you. It's almost like you draw broken souls to you. Okay, so you've got like the gift of empath and that, but it can be sometimes a curse too. How you show yourself to others. Let's have a look. So how you show yourself to others. Two of Cups. You have a very, like I said, I'm not saying like, you just got a real nice nature about you. And like I said, people are very attracted to you. Okay, so you can build connections quite quickly. Yeah, so this is how you show yourself. That you can also show a bit of vulnerability, so you show your vulnerability. You're not afraid to show your emotions, but that's the empath in you that they can see. But what happens is it draws people more closer to you, where where it's not so great. Your shadow side of yourself. Your shadow side of yourself. Right. Okay. Which is the Prince of Skulls. So when I look at, I would say you can, again, it's that reservedness. Yeah. You can be very reserved, very in your own company. But sometimes that can be very detrimental to your soul, because it can infest in allowing toxic relationships. You can sort of like trap yourself into sort of harsh relationships because of this. Okay, so they want you to be mindful of, like, I don't feel you communicate, although you embrace that empath side to you. I don't feel like you embrace your feelings as much. You don't really say how you feel, or like you're not as open sometimes with people around you. So they don't always know what's going on in your personal life, which is not always a bad thing, but they're saying be mindful of this with the skulls, because it could it could make you feel like that no one cares, no one wants me, no one, I'm on my own, I can only do this on my own. It can bring like that victim mode in, when that's not necessarily true. So that's your shadow self. Your light side of yourself. Your light side of yourself is also, sometimes I feel like sometimes you can make rash decisions too quickly, maybe getting yourself involved too quickly. with others, especially if you feel, because you're very connected to the mind, you know. So you get very drawn in quite quickly. So this is another side to you just to be mindful of as well. The light side of you is the Tower card. Okay. Yeah. Not that you thrive on destruction, not that you create things, but you can pick yourself up. You can avoid harsh reality. So I feel you get this repeated pattern with you around relationships. So they want to sort of like really stick into the relationships, like so romantically, right? So you know, but you can get yourself out of them just as quick, although they become a bit like they get attached too quickly. Yeah, it's almost like you kind of figure it out quite quickly, and you remove yourself quite quickly too. But this can cause like a confidence thing with you, because you feel, oh, here we go again, I got to go through this again, you know. So it's like this is creating like a pattern force here. Yeah, so there's not like a self-doubt with you. You're very, like I said, I feel very strong empathic. Your values ace of skulls. Again, you can sort of, you just pick yourself up. You can pick yourself up. You're not afraid to follow things. You can follow things through, long as it feels right. If it doesn't feel right, you will leave it behind. You'll be quite happy to leave it behind. That's the impressions I've got with this card. Okay. So I think what it's trying to sort of say to you with the vampire you is, you're fully aware you've got that empathic nature that draws people to you. You know, you're not afraid to be vulnerable, you know, and that's what draws. But it can create like a problems with, like, where you jump in too quickly before getting to know them. So it's almost like they want you to slow your relationships down, you know, not to go in there intensely. You're quite a passionate person, I feel, with very empath qualities, but I think you struggle to commit. I get why you struggle to commit, because you know they're no good, but it kind of, you're going through this cycle each time. So I'm going to ask how you can sort of like get out of this vibration, you know. Judgment. You've got the Judgment card. Setting boundaries in the beginning, not getting too emotionally attached too soon, taking your time with things, you know. He's protecting himself there, you know. You know, I'm in control. So it's kind of like making sure, I mean, I know the Judgment card is like resurrection, you know, like a rebirth, you know. So it's changing your attitude towards the relationships that's gonna those aspects. I'm gonna leave that with you, and happy Halloween. Okay, for you, you know, for number 3s, what kind of vampire are you? You've got the discipline. you can create, you can manifest. Training, constants and practice. You really put your energy and vibrations into your passions and what you believe in. Okay, so it's like you really, you play your own tune. You're very disciplined in what you want to manifest and create in your life. You're very in tune to you're very in tune with yourself. You know exactly who you are. You know exactly what you want. You know, you just very like on that basis. So I'm going to go quickly because I'm running late. So how are you showing yourself to others? Let's have a look. Okay, so we got the Ace of Ace of Scepters. So very passionate, very creative. You show a lot of creativity with others, right? So you're very passionate. You blossom. You show, you know, you're not afraid to show yourself. Yeah. So I see like you blossom. People see you as like a rose, yeah, between thorns. You got like that creative style that they love and enjoy about you. So this is how you show yourself to others. What's your shadow self? What's your shadow self? Right, okay. Shadow self, Lord of Scepters. Okay. So you can be a bit spontaneous. You can be you are a risk taker, but sometimes that can be detrimental. It's only because you show very great passion. You've got a lot of fire energy in your cards. I feel very like very passionate, very drawn and stuff. So the shadow side can sometimes means that you can take unnecessary risks sometimes. So they just want you to be mindful of that. Your light side of yourself. Your light side of yourself. Okay. Light side. Prince of Scepters. That's interesting. You've got a lot of fire thing. So this would be the page. Yeah, you're willing, even though this can sometimes be detrimental to you, you're willing to go, you are willing to go to the distance. You've just got so much discipline and passion in you that, you know, and creative style. You are like, you're happy, you've got a positive outlook. So you don't even see this as negative. You see that as like, well, I can just start again. I can just do something new. It doesn't matter. What are you hiding? You know, this is something that you may not recognize in yourself. Okay, Daughter of Skulls. There's some emotions there that you're holding back on. Okay, so there's some emotional things that you're holding back on that can create minor conflict in you. So I would say that you hide back from your emotions, you know. Although that is the swords, I just feel like you hold back. I'm very drawn to the chest area, so drawn to the heart space, yeah. So you can sometimes question things on an emotional, you know, like around on an emotional level. Your values, let's have a look at your values, what you hold, what holds dear to you. Okay, so the Seven of Scepters. So we got that. I'm trying to like, I'll get the vibration of it. I don't know these cards very well, so bear with me. So your values is that you're willing to create and build, okay, even at the worst phases. So even when you go for, you know, when you make these rash decisions and it becomes destructive in your life, you're willing to go the distance, okay. But they want you to sort of like the overall message is they want you to take more of a step back and, you know, rationalize your decision making. You know, I know it's got you to where you need to be right now, but it's causing some emotional problems, okay. There needs to be, I just feel there's more a balance around relationships. Your relationships is not your full focus, and that could isolate you, and what your intentions and what you're trying to build out there. I'm going to leave that with you. Happy Halloween. Thank you for joining me. I hope you liked the week of like pick a card. It's just a little bit of fun, you know, and hopefully you've got some insight with this. Anyway, take care, and I will see you soon. Happy Halloween.